some people go into marriage because they want to meet up some certain expectations. That is quote unquote social pressure. While some still go into marriage because they see it as something they really want to achieve. They want to enjoy it because they see it as a goal. There are some guys that we know they just don't want to hear it. It is simply because of the ideology they have about marriage. Imagine you hearing from your friends, you are a single guy, and you've been hearing the way your married friends are always discussing, and they are discussing how their wives are giving them problem at home. That one alone wants to make you feel like, if this is what's called marriage, I don't think I want to do it. I think we need to announce this year that one of those naughty nonsense questions that people should stop asking is, when are you getting married?
Welcome to another episode here on the Dialogue Room with Toby Akinobi. Of course, the Dialogue Room, we are real conversations take the center stage. And of course, we are voices that are supposed to be heard are being heard. And guess what, guys? On this particular episode, I have with me one of Nigeria's biggest, one of our Korea's finest, one big wig that is making us proud in the entertainment industry. Ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls for Mr. Ehinmisan Adewale Stephen, of course, popularly referred to as Big Wheels.
Is that whole accolade for me alone? Thank you very much.
Yeah, big name. Yeah, big name.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's good to have you on the Dialogue Room.
Thank you very much for having me. I feel so good.
First of all, say you look amazing with this. Yeah, you just got married, so it is telling on you that.
You loud it.
So how do you feel?
I feel so good, so good. Thank you very much for having me here today.
So there's this thing about me. I don't know if I should call you a music producer, if I should call you a live band person, if I should call you a beat producer. I don't know. But what do you even do? What do you do?
Okay, just like you said, my name is Ehinmisan Adewale, popularly known as Wales. I own.
Please put the big.
Okay, Big Wales. Okay, so I run exclusive Wales Productions, the home of the Wales live band. I run a live band because I sing. Okay. Then we have exclusive music productions too, where we produce music for people at Wales Studios.
Okay.
So so I am just a music person and entertainer all round. Do you understand?
Okay.
So I do music productions. I sing myself. I help people with music publishing.
So for anybody who is trying to venture into music as a business, you know, so they can walk up to you and say, okay, please give us a beat, or okay, maybe the person has already recorded. You can mix and master for the person.
Of course.
I told you that on the Dialogue Room we have, they call them Janko, big people on the platform. All right, Big Wiz, it's good to have you today once again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And I said something earlier. You said, must I cast you? Let me say that Big Wiz just got married. So happy married life to you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I hope that I'll be getting married soon, guys. Very, very soon. But my wife is still on sea. Yeah, shipping her from China to Nigeria. So, but how's marriage been so far?
Okay, it's been like a month and some weeks. Let's just say like 6 weeks.
Wow.
And it's been very amazing. You cannot relate actually.
I cannot relate
because you are not married.
All right, of course, big ones again. Big congratulations again once to you and to your new wife.
Yes,
I hope, of course, you treat her well.
Come on, you need to see my videos. Yeah.
All right, so let's quickly dive into questions for today. So first of all, before we go to the real there for today, let's look at entertainment in Akure. You know, people say that entertainment in Akure is not really doing well compared to the likes of Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and some other commercial hubs. But for you, who is also an entertainer, what can you say, or what do you think the entertainment life here in Akure is like? Okay,
thank you. Entertainment in Akure is not doing bad at all. Of course,
it's not doing bad. You want to just hype the city.
No. On a very serious note.
Okay.
Entertainment in Akure has moved a whole lot on a very, very big scale, you know. But the reason why people would say it's not doing well is simply because when you want to put it side by side with places like Lagos.
Okay.
Lagos is the biggest hub of entertainment in the whole country, as a matter of fact, in Africa. So you can't compare Akure with Lagos.
Sure.
In every area. So there's no need to compare Accra with Lagos. If you are not satisfied with what Accra is giving you, you're free to port. Go to Lagos. Do you understand? But then with the way entertainment is in Accra, we are not doing bad at all.
Okay, so we have I think during the last festive period we have a couple of events, and it was back to back, and I think that has been like a major step up.
Of course,
after the EFCC invasion.
Yeah,
you are aware of the EFCC invasion when they came and
yes.
And that really affected our nightlife.
It affected nightlife, affected everything. I had a show. That's a weekend, like a day after.
Oh, that week that the EFCC came out. Okay.
It was. We nearly cried. People were scared to come out. People were scared to even spray money. People were scared to do a whole lot of things. And there's nothing you can do about it. When you see those red jacket guys, you have to be extra careful. But we thank God, a whole lot of things have changed, and we are enjoying it now.
Okay, so now, still about, because of course I'm particular about the entertainment space here in Akure. Of course, like you rightly said, there has been a paradigm shift from what it used to be.
What it used
to be. Yes, and of course, where we are at the moment. But of course, there's still room for improvement. It can still get better. Definitely. And of course, recently in Akure, there are so many new places in the town, new lounges, new spots. So, do you think that all of those things also add up to the entertainment life?
Of course it does.
Of the city.
Of course it does. It does add to it. There's nothing you can do without all of these things coming up. So it is a good thing that the city is opening up. It's really opening up, and it's adding a very good value to entertainment. There was a time when if you want to host a show, you have to look for venues, but now you have several options, so you can choose not to use this. You go here, and people will still come. Do you understand? Imagine having a show and a ticket show, and people still fill up the whole space. So that most of those shows were sold out during the festive period. That means Akure has really been yearning for stuff like that.
And when it came people really
embraced it. So of course there's always room for improvement.
Okay, so now let's I think we have neighboring states like Ekiti, Osun, Osogbo. So I don't know if you are familiar with the entertainment terrain of these places, but for me, I was telling somebody recently that Accra is doing much better than these places. I don't know if you can
100%. 100%. I once lived in Ekiti State.
Okay.
And of course, Ekiti used to be very, very good nightlife. You can't compare nightlife of Ekiti. I'm talking about nightlife. Nightlife is not necessarily like entertainment, so to say. Nightlife is actually different. If we really want to break these things down, do you understand? But then Accra has really leveled up, and you can compare both now. Places like Ekiti, I'm not trying to shade anybody anyways, but then where exactly do we have in Ekiti that is bubbling like this? Maybe Ado Ekiti.
Yeah,
the whole of Ado Ekiti,
that's the capital.
It's even it's kind of positioned along a particular route. Those entertainment hubs that you have in Ado Ekiti. So I don't want to mention names.
All right, guys, of course, we still have on this particular episode the CEO, the creative director for Big Wheels Band, of course, a music producer, an entertainer to the core, and one of the big wigs, of course, the big name here in the city of Akure when it comes to entertainment. This guy has been repping, pulling up for us steadily, and of course, it is good to have him on this particular episode here at the Dialogue Room with Toby Akinobi. Big Wheels, welcome again, once again. Thank you for coming up to the Dialogue Room. All right, so let's now dive into the question of today. Yeah, I'm sure you might be thinking that, is it because I just married that you're giving me this, you're this
looking like a setup anyway.
Okay, but let me ask you. So there has been these conversations online, that I'm standing up around marriage, for young people. You see girls saying that they're not serious guys again in town. The guys out there just want to, enjoy. They don't have marriage in view. And let me ask you, for the young girls who are marrying, is it because they see marriage as a normal thing, or they are doing it out of social pressure?
Okay.
So do you think that marriage is people go into marriage because they are being pressured to go into it, or they see that, okay, it is the normal thing for me to do, to have a family of my own and build up myself?
Okay, let me start like this to say both are really happening. Some people go into marriage because they want to meet up some certain expectations. That is, quote unquote, social pressure. While some still go into marriage because they see it as something they really want to achieve. They want to enjoy it because they see it as a goal. They want to enjoy it, you know. So it is depending on how you see it. Of course, we have seen people that went into marriage because people are really disturbing them. The families are disturbing them.
The pressure is mounting.
I think we need to announce this here that one of those naughty nonsense questions that people should stop asking is, when are you getting married?
Stop asking us, when are you getting married?
To stop asking.
But why? It's not a good question. It's a good question.
It is a very nonsense question. I stand to say it anyway. It's a very nonsense question. So people are looking at me right now, they'll be like, I know they'll be very, very happy to hear this, you know, because why would you be pressuring people? That alone is a whole lot of pressure. You know, asking people, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? When are you getting married? Not everybody has this mind of their own to want to stand their ground and want to be, you know. But some people will be like, hey, the
pressure is too much.
The pressure is
family,
too much. Then the clock is ticking, you know. Particularly for women, you know. Then for people, I beg to say something that you might, not in all cases, anyways, you are likely going to attract your kind. You know. Someone who is trying to get into marriage at all costs. At all costs. We definitely meet a guy who just wants a woman to call his wife. Get it? Not like he really wants to build friendship or wants to build companionship or wants to build a family, but just wants someone he can put in his house, more like a property, more like his couch, and call just my wife. Just take away the societal pressure that at least I am married. It happens like that. We have seen cases like that. By the way, I did counseling in school. So I at some point got to have some sneak peek into some people's marriage, you know, when they go to the counselor to see them. You see people saying, I got married to him because he was ready for marriage. Now, I felt like my parents are disturbing me, and we had to do it. There was no connection, there was no friendship, the companionship was zero, you know. But then when they got there, they felt like they just want to put the world to shame, you know. And if you see those kind of marriage, you see that they are even the loudest of marriages. I mean, the weddings. They are always very loud.
The publicity is
mad because they want to put some family members. They just want to shut everybody up. At least I have done what you want me to do. Do you understand? Then they still want to pepper people.
So now, briefly, Big Will. So now, marriage itself, well, they say it's an institution that you cannot graduate from.
Of course. The day you enter, you are giving a certificate.
So let me ask you, and of course, I think this is also a case that has actually stirred up serious controversies online. Now, who is pressuring, or who is being pressured more into marriage? The male counterparts or the female?
I think the women are being pressured more.
Why?
The women are being pressured because of their age.
Just basically because of age?
Yes, because it is believed that there's a certain age that a woman is supposed to start rearing children.
Rearing children? Is she an animal? Rearing children?
Yes, it's at a particular age.
Okay, so let me ask you, at what age should a woman start thinking of marriage?
I think...
Or at what age should a girl child start having that marriage thought?
Okay. A girl child should be trained, should be taught marriage the moment she becomes an adult. Should be taught marriage. The moment she becomes an adult. But then she should not be pushed to enter marriage so early. I think people generally should enter marriage when they are ready. Then our readiness is kind of subjective. Your own point of readiness is definitely going to be different from my own. Even if you have millions in your account, you might not be thinking about getting married. I may not have 10,000 in my account and I want to start a family. Do you understand? So our readiness is definitely going to be different. But the truth is, women should not be pressured, because the pressure is so much on women right now that you see them everywhere. I was having a conversation with somebody this morning, and she was so disturbed. She wants to get married.
At all costs.
She really wants to get married. Do you understand? But then the guy she's with at the moment does not want some things, and they are not actually compatible on some levels. But then she's trying to push it. because she likes the guy.
Yeah. So and I think that's where most of these marriages start having problems from. You know, when you these signs are there from the initial year of, you know, let us hear of domestic violences, husband beating the wife. These signs were there. But like you already said, because some of these people actually venture into these things because of
pressure.
Serious pressure.
Yes.
Either from the family, either from society, either from the church.
Yes.
And it's even amazing, even the church even pressures people.
I must not mention my own.
People are being pressured from the church. No,
Yes.
but do you think that is right? Even from the church?
I wouldn't call it pressure, but then it is still pressure. I think the church is just trying to look out for people, you know. You know, I've seen people trying to match people together in church. You know.
Oh, churches do matchmaking now?
Not in my mouth, you go hear that one. But then the truth is, it happens almost everywhere. It happens everywhere. I organized a show like 2 or 3 years back. I invited some friends and they came. The guy already told me he likes the girl. But the girl now wants school the person like that. She know they agree. But then during the party,
all this how to get girl.
But during the party, we did like a game. We paired both of them together. They are both happily married now.
Wow, just like that.
Hey,
please,
they happen.
come on, pair me too.
Now, so I'm trying to tell you that people still pair people,
and
sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. But then you will know if it will work or not when you start dating. Do you understand? So just like you said, the signs have been there. Some people just want to do it, ignoring those signs.
All right, I think it is now going to take a twist at this point. Of course, it is still live here at the Dialogue Room with Toby Akinwumi. Don't forget, I see one of Nigeria's biggest and Akure's finest Ondo State bigwigs in entertainment. Of course, Big Will's still live here at the studios with us on this episode. Big Wills, now let's now have a twist. Now, statistics have revealed that about 80% of young adults who are guys or who are men are not ready for marriage. Why? Is it because that they are scared of going into the wrong marriage with the wrong girls, or because they feel like the girls out there are not also serious? But also don't forget that population-wise, women are more than the guys. So how do we balance? The guys are not willing to get married. The girls want to get married, but they are also scared of this guy is serious. So how do we try to balance all of these things?
Okay, I would say this particular question you just asked. There are several factors.
Okay.
Contributing to these things. There are some guys that we know they just don't want to hear it. Because
it's against their person.
They just don't want to hear it. It is simply because of the ideology they have about marriage. Now, imagine you hearing from your friends, you are a single guy, and you've been hearing the way your married friends are always discussing, and they are discussing how their wives are giving them problem at home.
Like a stigmatization kind of thing, yeah.
Do you understand? So that one alone wants to make you feel like, if this is what is called marriage, I don't think I want to do it. Then they might just look back at their parents. A bad home will breed a whole lot of things in a child, and the child grows with it. So if you look at their family, maybe their family has been very, very how do I put it? Maybe the parents are not doing well, maritally, So they might want to feel like, if this is what people calls marriage, I don't want to do it.
Wow.
So that is one of those factors. What people see, the result of marriage. I know of good women, very good women, that went into marriage and they got so abused and they left the marriage. There are so many of them that divorced outside. Now you go, this is a very sweet lady. What happened? Do you understand? Sometimes as a guy, you want to be like, if this is what is called marriage, oh man, I don't want to do this thing. Do you understand? That is a particular factor. Then another factor is the fact that the guys already sees ladies as predators right now. Like they just want to chop their money. Let me put it that way. They're parasites. That's the right word to use.
Parasitic in nature.
They just want to, there are times when
I didn't say women are. Please don't come up for me. I didn't say women are parasitic in nature.
I think we should use it as the headline of this podcast.
Women are parasitic in nature.
In a very serious note, on a very serious note, some ladies can be very funny. Imagine meeting a lady and you are taking her out on the first date and she's giving you some kind of conditions. I once met a lady like that. I wanted to take her out, and at the point of the talk, she was already telling me where I must take her to,
Wow.
how I must take her there, what I must buy for her. And that point,
On the first date.
I'll be like, we have not even gone on the date. We're just
Wow.
trying to talk and say, how far now? When can we go out and stuff? She was already, she told me how, she even mentioned how we're going to get there. I don't even have a car. And you are telling me I must take you there in a car.
Wow.
Do you understand? And you are telling me what you want to buy, what I must buy for you. I'll be like, madam,
Okay,
calm down.
big wheel because of timing. And so let me ask you, and that's why we're going to call the wrap on this particular episode. So for marriage, must you have everything? Like, people say you want to have a house, you want to have a car, you want to have maybe 10 million in your account to get married. So must you necessarily have all of these things in place for marriage to happen? Or once you have a willing mind, you can marry?
Okay, you have answered the question by yourself. Because the truth is, Oga, have everything, though. Because, the kind of advice they used to give us when we were growing up is, you don't need to have everything. The moment you start feeding yourself, you are good enough to feed a woman. Just get married and stuff like that. Bro, now scam scam you. But the truth is, you don't actually need everything. But then you need something. You don't need everything, but you need something. Do you understand? One of the things that sustains a good marriage, or that sustains marriage in this age and time, is finance. Finance, sincerely.
There's no two way about it.
There's no two way about it. Finance is very, very important. You will discover that it is even possible for people to start loving you when you have something to bring on the table. So, and then if you are trying to build a family, you actually need finance, because it is on your own. People will ask you, now you say you want to marry now. You can't get married and come and meet me to come and feed your wife. So you need something substantial.
Okay, crowdfund for the family.
So you actually need something.
Okay, so let's end it by so I'm going to end this episode with this question. So, and just a one-word answer. So, were you pressured into marriage, or you married willingly?
I did it at my own time.
At your own convenience.
Yes.
All right, guys, of course, thank you for staying with us on this episode. Of course, it was a nice time. It was a very good time with Big Wheels. Of course, it has been a good conversation here at the dialogue room. And of course, I want to say that I hope that when we call you subsequently, you would hear our calls. Thank you so much for coming to the dialogue room.
Very much, bro.
Of course, it's a pleasure. And of course, to our viewers and our guests watching us from where you're watching this across the world, this is still the dialogue room with Toby Akinobi, and thank you for staying with us on this episode. Shout out to our partners, Cloth Hotels, Ejalabi, Place It, God bless you, Cafe, Events and Surprises. Thank you for showing up and for turning up. Of course, that is what we call it a wrap on this episode. Until we meet next episode, don't forget that this is the dialogue room with Toby Akinobi. Peace out.